Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh my God, we got a. I don't know what we got right now. I don't know what we got right now, but the internet has officially broken. The internet has officially broken. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. I cannot even believe it. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to catch up to this live while I catch up to this information. So let's give it like another minute or so, and we're going to go live with this story here. This is a major breaking story. And first of all, Mitch, if you're watching this, Mitch is one of our newest team members for Dreamers Pro. We want to give a shout out to Mitch because he's the one that hit me up with this story. This is a breaking story. Breaking story. Let's give it like another 30 seconds, and we're just going to get into this topic here. I can't even believe it. I cannot even believe it. Why is he leaving? Don't worry, man. We're gonna get into that. Let's give it like 30 seconds. Let's allow people to catch up to this live because this is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be a big one. It's about Brett Favre, not Skip, right? The news is spreading fast as hell. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the news just broke that Shannon Sharpe is officially leaving Undisputed. This information has been reported by multiple publications. But initially, how I got this story was I was actually about to go to bed. Literally, I was about to go to bed. I get a text message from one of our newest members on Dreamers Pro. He messages me and he goes, Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. And I'm like, what? And then he goes, he sends me the link on Instagram. And I'm like, this has to be a joke. So I start combing through the internet, and ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Shannon Sharpe is officially leaving the show. We got multiple publications here. I can read you one here from from ABC Sports. I'm just going to pin it to the comment section right here so you guys can read it. Pro Football Talk, NBC Sports. Excuse me. So basically, what they're saying: report Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. When Skip Bayless left ESPN for FS1, Fox paired him with Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe. Is now leaving their morning show Undisputed. Via Ryan Glass-Steagall of the New York Post, Sharpe and Fox Sports have reached a buyout that will result in Sharpe leaving the show and the network. His podcast, Club Shay Shay, also will be leaving Fox. Oh my God. The reason is unclear. Glass-Steagall mentions the friction that emerged between Sharpe and Bayless after the Damar Hamlin incident. Sharpe skipped the show the next morning, apparently as a protest to Bayless's seemingly callous response to the situation. They squabbled about it. When Shannon returned, more recently, Sharpe was sued by Hall of Famer Brett Favre for defamation based on things Sharpe said about Favre during the show. Fox is not a defendant in the case. It remains to be seen where the 50-year-old Sharpe, who played for the Broncos and Ravens, will land. He previously worked for CBS. It also remains to be seen who FS1 will hire to replace a counter to Skip Bayless. Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Sharpe has just left the building. Shannon Sharpe has just left the building. That is just one report. The New York Post is also saying, I can post that for you guys right here, so you guys can also check that out after this live. The New York Post is also saying the same thing. Shannon Sharpe's leaving FS1 Undisputed. Shannon's partnership with Skip Bayless has come to a conclusion. Shannon and Fox Sports, the parent company of FS1, which airs Undisputed, have reached a buyout agreement, sources tell the Post. Shannon's final show is expected to be after the 2023 NBA Finals conclude. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's like in 3 weeks. Sharpe's popular Club Shay podcast, which draws a big audience on social media and YouTube, will also be leaving Fox Sports, a source said. There was a public friction between, blah, 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 blah. So basically, Where else am I getting this? Yeah, and then they had the back and forth. So basically, Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. I cannot even believe I'm saying this. Let me say it again. Maybe I'll believe it. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. What the hell is next? What the hell is next right now? I can't even believe it. I cannot even believe it. Okay, let me just get into my thoughts about this story here. First of all, so many thoughts. First of all, let's talk about what this means for Undisputed. Here are my thoughts. In my honest opinion, I think Shannon Sharpe, minus his LeBron takes, made that show. To be quite honest with you, Shannon Sharpe brought the energy. He brought the enthusiasm. He certainly brought the humor to Undisputed. I think if we had to kind of, if we had to look at it like in terms of a pie and distribute like a percentage of who was making that show interesting, I would say about 75% of that was Shannon Sharpe, and maybe 25% of that goes to Skip Bayless. Now, obviously, Skip Bayless is the journalist. He has the background in the journalism. He was the one that was picking the topics because I believe Skip Bayless has a lot of creative control on Undisputed. I certainly believe that. So he's the one that's picking the topics. But in terms of making the show entertaining to watch, I think that Shannon played a very, very, very big role, if you're asking me, right? That's the first thing. And I think that Shannon Sharpe may have the bigger personality, and I'll tell you why. The reason I say Shannon Sharpe may have the bigger personality is this. Is when Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless both decided to open up a podcast. When they both had their own shows off of the network, Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay was literally 10,000 times more interesting than Skip Bayless's show. And you can easily go look at the numbers. Let's pull up the numbers here. Let's see Shannon Sharpe. Let me see Club Shay Shay. Okay, let's look at Club Shay Shay here. Club Shay Shay, and then let me Skip Bayless show. All right. So Club Shay Shay has 1.1, almost 1.2 million subscribers. They have how many views this channel has? This channel has 225, a quarter of a billion views. If you look at the Skip Bayless show, it has 148,000 subs. I don't believe those subs are real. And he has 17 million views. If you look at Skip Bayless's shows, they basically range between 4 to 5,000 views per episode, per upload. If you look at Shannon Sharpe shows are getting, I don't know, 40,000, 81,000, 11,000. Some of them have been doing a little bit poorly as of recent, 200,000 and so on and so forth. So I believe that Shannon Sharpe was definitely having more success off of Undisputed, the show. And I think it is no secret that he is taking his show with him. Because if Shannon Sharpe does not take that show with him, then he's really walking away with nothing. Right? He's really walking away with nothing. Now, that's on Shannon Sharpe's side. Let's look at Skip Bayless's side. Who are they going to replace Shannon Sharpe with on Undisputed? Who are they going to replace him with? The writing was on the wall, Charles. Yes, it was. Who are they going to replace him with? Who are they going to, because whoever they bring him, no, Max Kellerman, that show will be so boring. Whoever they replace him with just won't be good enough. I can't think of anybody right now off the top of my head that they can replace him with that will make it as interesting as what Shannon Sharpe had. I don't think Chris Broussard does it. Nick Wright doesn't do it. Stephen A. Smith is not leaving ESPN. Where's FS1 going to get all that money to pay to both of them? Somebody said Joe Biden. Eddie House will not work. Matt Barnes will not work. Charles Barkley would probably try to strangle Skip Bayless. Michael Irving will not work. Somebody said Lil Wayne. That will not work. So I don't know who they're going to replace him with. I think that show is going to lose a lot by Shannon Sharpe going. Number two, what does this really mean for Shannon Sharpe? I think Shannon Sharpe, if he's smart, and what I know is this, people that are really connected in the sports industry that are in the United States, they really know what's going on. They really understand the best practices on really how to take your career to the next level. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking from direct experience. If I'm Shannon Sharpe, I'm thinking about going independent. I'm thinking more as an entrepreneur and less than an employee. Because now if you go independent, you are 100% in charge of your upside, but in the same case, you also get to gain 100% of whatever it is you're going to get. I'll give you guys some examples of what I'm talking about. Look at Pat McAfee. Now, he just went back to ESPN, but Pat McAfee made his show so enticing, so sexy, that an ESPN would want to come and partner with his show. I think the direction sports media is going in right now is that you need to start thinking about going into the independent route. That's why all of these guys are starting their own podcasts. Luckily, Shannon Sharpe has his own IP. He's a household name. He's a household name. So it's not like I said people don't know him. What he will lose is the platform of the show, which is huge, which is why it was really smart for him to leverage his popularity and the platform to create his own situation there. Some people are saying Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman may be gone from ESPN. Max Kellerman may be gone. In the case of Undisputed, man, as someone said, the writing may have been on the wall. Let's face it. Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless have been having they've been clashing heads. They've been butting heads. They've been having some disputes on TV, and some of them got pretty personal. Someone said cable TV is dead. Pay attention to where the talent is moving to. Tucker Carlson, where did DeSantis make his presidential announcement? This gentleman here, J Sports Enthusiast, he brings up a powerful point. Look where a lot of these guys are going to. Now, some people may say, well, Twitter is a conservative platform. Some people are saying, no, not really. Twitter is all about freedom of speech. But look where people are going to. People are moving to Twitter. People are no longer talking about TV. Tucker Carlson just left Fox News. That was a huge blow. A huge blow because Tucker, whatever you think about him, he has a massive following. As a matter of fact, when we found out Tucker Carlson was leaving Fox News, Valuetainment, Patrick Bet-David, these guys offered this guy a $100 million deal, paying him $20 million a year over 5 years. That was somebody coming from TV. From TV. So I think now that Shannon Sharpe is leaving, Shannon Sharpe only has two options. Is he going to go look for another job at another big network, maybe ESPN, maybe NBC or ABC, who knows? But what we do know about him is Shannon Sharpe, I mean, his expertise is football, so he can maybe get on one of these NFL shows. But I think Shannon Sharpe has a lot of talent, and I don't know if I can see him kind of running his own show, kind of similar to the way Stephen A. Smith is doing it with ESPN First Take. I don't know if he can pull off something like that, because I think to do something like that, you need to have a real understanding of how it works on TV, not just kind of reacting to what your partner is saying. I think you really need to have a proper skill set. But I think if I'm someone out there that wants to take my platform to the next level and fill a void that I don't have, and getting a person and finding a way to sign somebody like Shannon Sharpe would be a good one. Now, I heard that Tom Brady, I think he's getting a $30 million or $25 million a year deal with Fox Sports, if I'm not mistaken. For the new guys coming in, the breaking news is that Shannon Sharpe is officially leaving FS1. Let me post this right here in the comment section. I'll read you what the New York Post just said. For the people coming in right now, essentially what it's saying is that Shannon Sharpe's partnership with Skip Bayless is coming to a conclusion. Sharpe and Fox Sports, the parent company of FS1, which airs Undisputed, have reached a buyout agreement, sources tell the Post. Sharpe's final show is expected to be after the 2023 NBA Finals conclude. Sharpe's popular Club Shay Shay podcast, which draws a big audience on social media and YouTube, will also be leaving Fox Sports. A source said there was public friction between Skip and Shannon after the Bills safety DeMar Hamlin collapsed on the field in week 17 against the Bengals and all of these different things. So that's the news right now. Shannon Sharpe is absolutely gone. And I don't know who they're going to replace him with. Somebody said Kwame Brown got to him. Some people are suggesting that it's the Brett Favre thing, and maybe Fox Sports or FS1 is trying to distance themselves from him. From what I understand, it may be a defamation case, but I'm not 100% sure that may be the reason, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe Pat McAfee was also in that lawsuit, and Pat McAfee just got picked up by ESPN. So Pat McAfee got a job working for a major network. So I mean, if the two of them are connected to that case, then Pat McAfee was able to go on and get a job. So I'm not 100% sure if that's it. Maybe it's Fox Sports just looking for a way to distance themselves from Shannon, from that story. Who knows, right? Who really knows? But this is huge, right? This is huge. And I think Shannon Sharpe is going to have to look himself in the mirror and really figure out, hey, do I want to be an entrepreneur or do I want to go work in another company? And I think that the people that pay attention to where this thing is moving, I think that they're going to be the ones that are going to win in the future, because I don't think TV is going to be the thing moving in the future. Somebody said, me and Skip, nah, man, I don't think it would work, man. Skip Bayless would be like, who the hell is this? No, but I don't think TV is going to be the thing moving going into the future for a simple reason. Number one, all the young kids are not on TV. It's more of the older audience, and advertisers are going to want to go where the younger eyeballs are going. That's the reason why you see Stephen A. Smith and these guys with their own podcast. They're not doing it for nothing. They understand where this thing is going. I think the people that are working on television are just holding on to a safe paycheck because they know they're going to be getting X amount of dollars. If you look at ESPN, some people are saying he can go to ESPN. ESPN is cutting a lot of jobs. They're cutting a lot of staff. They're cutting a lot of staff at that network. So I don't know if they're willing to bring on a multi-million-dollar a year guy on their platform. Now, they may. I don't know. I mean, this is ESPN. They do have a lot of money. They do make a lot of money. But I don't know that. I don't know if they're willing to take that risk. Right? I don't know. But I think the sports landscape is moving quickly. I think I just heard JJ Redick is getting nominated for an Emmy. JJ Redick is a former NBA player. He started his own podcast. Look where he is now. And this wasn't someone that came from TV. So to me, man, I think this is a major, major piece of news. And somebody brought up a good point. CNN just hired Charles Barkley. Now, CNN did hire Charles Barkley and Gayle King, but I don't know under what capacity. I think they're going to be talking about politics. Because I cannot envision a show with Charles Barkley and Gayle King talking about the NBA playoffs or talking about what LeBron is going to do after his retirement. I don't necessarily see how that's going to work. Now, a lot of people are going to make fun of Shannon Sharpe for this. One of those people, I keep saying the name, is Kwame Brown. A lot of people are going to say that, but I don't really know why Fox decided to buy him out or why he was bought out. I don't know. But whenever they say buy out, it means that his contract had not expired. His contract had not expired, which means that it was probably something abrupt. For the new people coming in, Shannon Sharpe is officially being bought out of FS1. He is no longer going to be working there. He is leaving Undisputed. He is being bought out, and he gets to leave with his show. And Shannon Sharpe, you will no longer see Shannon Sharpe on Undisputed past the month of June. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's absolutely over. So whatever they're going to have to do, they're going to need to do it fast. Which means that this is something that they probably knew about for a few months now. And if they knew about this for a few months, it probably means that they're already working on a probable replacement. Let me look at this. Shannon Sharpe takes another L first. LeBron gets swept again, and now this. I hope that Slurp replacement shows more respect to the GOAT Michael Jordan and the GOAT's late protege Kobe Bryant. Appreciate the comment. I really hope he doesn't go back to that to cable. Gilbert Arenas, PG, JJ Redick, all current proof that success outside of cable network works. I 100% agree, but the thing is that we're looking at it based on what we would do. That's if you want to be entrepreneurial. Some people don't want that stress. Some people don't want that stress. So they may just want a steady job. You go 5 days a week. You don't have to worry about your own taxes. Your job is doing all of that for you. And you just do that. Now, there was another story that Shannon Sharpe's home got burgled or robbed or whatever of over $1 million worth of items, which included bags, jewelry, and all of that stuff. So another thing may be, it may be that Shannon Sharpe probably wants to leave California. Just came in. Whose decision was it ultimately? We don't know. It could mean that he wants to leave there. He may want to go somewhere else. We don't know. We don't know. He may just want to leave. Who knows? I mean, if my house gets robbed, I certainly don't want to go back to that same house. I mean, maybe it's just me. I'm going to be pretty paranoid, so we don't know what's happening. We don't really know. But we know that Shannon Sharpe had to blow up with the Memphis Grizzlies and all of that. But no one really knows. Somebody said he's retiring or poor honey on LeBron. Yo, man. No, he didn't get robbed. His house got burgled. His house got burgled when he went out. And apparently this all happened within a 2-hour window. To me, when stuff like that happens, it's usually an inside job. It's usually an inside. I mean, how do they know you're leaving the house at that moment? How do they know? This means that your house must have been scoped out, which means that somebody must have told somebody something. And for sure, somebody that's been to your house for sure would have shared that information, because how do you know what's in that house? How do you know? How do you know this? Usually a lot of these home break-ins and all of that stuff, a lot of those times is an inside job. Maybe it's the maid. Maybe it's the gardener. Maybe it's the guy you talk to at this place and he maybe comes over for the barbecue. Maybe it's the party you threw. Maybe it's the people you had over. You never know. That's why you got to be careful with who you let into your house. That's why you got to be careful with who you let into your house. You never know who it could be. So, but anyway, back to the main story. Yeah, burglarized, but burgled is also a word. I think burgle is also a word. Let me just confirm that. Now somebody, we got some English professors. Burgled. Let me just I can get yeah, burgled is a word. Burgle is a word. Don't play with me. Burgle is a word. Past tense, burgled. Past tense, burgle. Enter a building illegally with intent to commit a crime, especially theft. Burgle is a word. Don't play with me, boy. That's a word. I didn't just make that up. Burgled is a word. But anyway, exactly. He had me second guessing myself. I had to run quick to Google. What kind of embarrassment you trying to put on me tonight, man? You gonna call me out, then you gonna embarrass me in front of all these people that I'm just using the wrong words. Come on, don't do that to me. Anyway, so Shannon Sharpe is gone, man. What's gonna happen with Skip Bayless? What the hell is gonna happen with Skip Bayless? Whoever they get, it got to be somebody that likes LeBron, because you can't have a show with a Michael Jordan supporter and another Michael Jordan supporter. So you got to get somebody that likes LeBron James. Otherwise, how's it going to work? What are they going to do? You got to have somebody that's going to defend LeBron James on a daily basis. Otherwise, the show's going to be boring. So Skip kind of backed himself into a corner too, because Skip is so anti-LeBron. The show is so LeBron Lakers dominated, so LeBron Lakers centric, that you got to get somebody else who's the antithesis of Skip Bayless. Because essentially, that's the whole show. Appreciate that, Anna. That's essentially the whole show. Or it could be that Shannon Sharpe finally said, yo, I'm out. I'm out. I'm tired of waking up at 3:30 in the morning every day to come to this show. Do you know what time those guys got to wake up in the morning to go to that show? You got to wake up like at 5 o'clock, at 4 o'clock in the morning to go do that show. 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. And they've been on that show for like 5 years. Shannon Sharpe is in his 50s. I don't know how the hell Skip Bayless is doing it. Skip must be a vampire or something. I don't know how he does it. And he talking about I wake up at 2 a.m. and run on the treadmill for an hour? How? What kind of coffee are you drinking that I wake up at 2 a.m. and then the first thing I'm going to do is jump on a treadmill? Are you crazy? At 2 a.m., I could barely walk out of the bed. Who the hell jumps on a treadmill? Just think about it. You wake up at 2 a.m. and the first thing that comes to your mind is, okay, I'm going to use the restroom, and let me hop on this treadmill. What? If you wake up at 2 a.m. and you go downstairs, you're probably going to go crash on the couch. How many of you guys try to catch a flight that you got to go somewhere, you wake up, you be so damn tired, you go sit right back in the taxi and fall asleep? But Skip Bayless gets up and he says, I'm going on the trip. Skip must be a vampire. I don't know how the hell he does that. And after a while, if I'm Shannon Sharpe, I've been on the show for 5 years. Shannon Sharpe has made probably at least, what, $10 million? At least $10 million. I'm looking at my bank account. I got $10 million and I'm still waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Something must be wrong. Somebody said this show is already boring time for grumpy old man Skip the rest. Yeah, I'm like, I'm out of here, man. Like, yo, I'm leaving. This is crazy. I thought the whole purpose was to make money so my life will be easier. Not to make money and then be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to come argue with Skip Bayless about Tom Brady or LeBron James. That's crazy. I couldn't do that. I mean, I could do it for a while, maybe for a few years. Once I get my bread, I'm out. Why the hell would I be doing that for so long? That's crazy. But anyway, it's a habit of a successful, let me tell you, there are a lot of successful people that don't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Trust me. There are a lot of damn successful people that don't wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Trust me. There are a lot of successful people that get to work at 10 a.m. in the morning and nothing happens. They still going to make their 50 million, 30 million, 10 million. They still going to make all that money. Trust me. It ain't got nothing to do with what you're waking up, what time you wake up. What's more important is, what are you doing while you're up? There are a lot of people going to go move trash in the morning at 2. Nothing is wrong with that. But okay, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm picking up trash around the neighborhood. Okay, I'm up. Am I on my way to becoming a millionaire doing that because I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning? A lot of these things that people say is platitudes. You get the most out of your day, but I wake up at I don't wake up at no damn 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at whatever time I wake up because I go to bed really late. So don't get too caught up in what time so-and-so woke up. Trust me. Be more focused on what you're doing while you're up. That's what I would focus on. But anyway, so Shannon Sharpe is gone, man. What a damn shame. People keep saying Kwame Brown. Now that we are talking about Kwame Brown, Maybe another thing could be, well, Shannon Sharpe is always beefing with people off, on the internet. But in this case, it wasn't like as if Shannon Sharpe was beefing with Kwame Brown because they brought the topic up on Undisputed. They brought up the topic on Undisputed. It wasn't like as if Shannon Sharpe was sitting down somewhere and it's like, okay, let me just go off on a rant. They brought it up. He responded to it. So I'm not going to put it on him for that. No, Shannon Sharpe was not fired. Again, for the new people coming in, I'm going to read this report one more time. This is from the New York Post. Shannon Sharpe is leaving. Shannon's partnership with Skip Bayless is coming to a conclusion. Sharpe and Fox Sports, the parent company of FS1, which airs on Undisputed, have reached a buyout agreement. Sources tell the Post. Shannon's final show is expected to be after the 2023 NBA Finals conclude in June. Shannon's popular Club Shay Shay podcast, which draws a big audience on social media and YouTube, will be leaving Fox Sports as well. Now, here's something else you guys got to know. Here's something else you guys got to know that you may not know. Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay is shot on one of the lots in one of the studios at Fox Sports. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Shannon Sharpe's show is shot on in one of the Fox studios? Did y'all know that? It is not shot in his house. It is shot at one of their studios, which means that if his show is leaving the network, it means that he may need to go out there and get a whole new other infrastructure. Yes. And this goes back to the problem of when you don't own anything. Ladies and gentlemen, this goes back to the problem when you don't own anything, when you don't invest in your own stuff. Shannon Sharpe, all he had to do, or at least all I would do, was if I'm making millions, I would find a way that I would be able to run my own show. So in a case like this, if something happens, I'm not left out there hanging. So if he's leaving his show, if he's leaving with the show, but he can't use Fox Sports anymore, at least you got your own place set up. And if you had your own little studio, maybe you could even lease out some of the other spaces to other creators. I mean, this isn't really complicated. You rent a floor or whatever it is, you rent out, 3-4 different studios, you lease out the others. So you're making money off the rent and you're still running your own show. But Shannon Sharpe's show is actually shot at Fox. You speak your mind. You're not afraid to tell it how it is. Would you ever consider doing another channel, talking other topics? Love the show. J Sports Enthusiast. That's a great question. I'll just answer this question momentarily. I actually have. I've thought about it because I was listening to a segment the other day from, Charlemagne the God, and he was talking about the importance of just kind of reinventing yourself. So I probably would in the future. I just don't know what I would talk about, to be quite honest with you. I don't know I'm not going to go up there and start talking about things I have no idea about. Like, I'm not going to be talking about mechanical engineering or the structures of buildings. I'm not going to do that. But who knows? Somebody mentioned politics. Y'all know I hate politics, man. But who knows? I don't know. I don't want to put myself in a box. Who knows? If God, if God reveals something to me and he says, hey, this is what I think you should do, then I'll do that. Who knows? If God says one day I think you should be a pastor, who knows? It all depends. Who knows? But anyway, that's the news, guys. Shannon Sharpe is gone, and that's the end of it. We will not be seeing him anymore in Undisputed. It was a good ride while it lasted. I don't know if they're going to still keep the show. One more thing. A lot of people have been saying that FS1, their ratings are not what it used to be. Have we ever taken into consideration that they may cancel the show? Have we also taken into consideration that maybe they may just go in a different direction and maybe get a whole new show? Have we thought about that? They've been doing that all throughout Fox Sports. Appreciate that, Lior. They've been doing that all throughout Fox Sports. Originally, Speak for Yourself featured like the former NFL players, all these different people. Now they have what? Rick Bucher, LaShawn McCoy, I think his name is, Emmanuel Acho, Joy Taylor. Just today I saw Katino Mobley. Now the show's called Speak. I think, so Fox is always doing something new. But whatever it is, they're going to need to fill in that time slot, I believe, from 10 to 12 a.m. So this is some pretty big news. Wiley and Skip, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's up for those executives. I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, appreciate that, Lionheart. Welcome in. Get rid of Perkins. What up, everybody? Speakers week. Speakers week. Nobody's watching, so no one knows. But whatever happens, these guys got to find their way to get on the internet. They got to find their way to get on the internet because the people's taste is changing. And maybe the debate format is probably going out of style. Probably is getting boring. Probably people are tired of listening to people debate the same thing every single day. Maybe that's getting boring. Somebody left a comment. John Moran is ready to replace Shannon Sharpe. Oh, man. Maybe that's getting boring. Somebody said what happened. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. Club Shay Shay is more interesting. Is a more interesting show because Shannon Sharpe has guests, unlike Skip's YouTube show, just rambling. No, Skip's YouTube show. It's not a disrespect to Skip. Skip's YouTube show is pretty damn boring. I think Skip Bayless should have just made his show like an audio show because Skip is reading the entire time and he's never looking in the camera, which makes me ask the question, why do you even have a camera on? Why are you looking down at a piece of paper reading? Number one. And number two, why are you writing all of that stuff? Do you know how much work it is to write all of that stuff that Skip Bayless writes? And number three, the format is harder because it's just you. You're not talking to anybody else. And you don't give yourself any freedom because you're not even using bullet points. You're just reading. That's hard. When we used to produce shows on YouTube in the past for the first few years, I use a lot of notes, a lot of notes. Now I don't do it. I don't use notes anymore. I tried to take the Jay-Z approach. I'm like, I got to have the topic. I use the guy that I learned that from Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson said that whenever he does a talk, what he does is he makes sure that he may have some notes or whatever it is, but he makes sure he's so versed in that topic that he's able to kind of go off in any direction at any given time and kind of train himself to come back to the original topic. So I think it comes with practice, but to write notes every day, that takes forever to produce shows. It used to take us a long time to come up with content because that would take me so long to just brainstorm my points. Now I don't use notes ever. Shannon Sharpe lost a lot of credibility and respect when Skip broke him down. That was the red flag for me. Well, Skip didn't break him down. He allowed Skip to break him down. He allowed it. He allowed Skip to break him down. I don't think he allowed Skip to do that to him. Because when it was Kwame Brown, who didn't even say nothing to him, he had all that smoke for him. So I don't understand. So what happened? What is something one of them said? Also, who gets the kids in the divorce? I think the person that gets the kids is Skip Bayless because I think Skip is still there. Just a second. Let me. How do I block somebody? Damn, how do you block somebody? I don't even know how to add a moderator. Damn, you see, I don't be doing this too much. Remove. Damn, I don't even know how to do it. I don't know. I don't even know how to do it. Anyway, so yeah, man. So that's the news. Shannon Sharpe is gone. Son, I get it. You think I'm a hater? It's okay. I heard you I heard you like the 15th time. I get it. Calm down. Like, I see you. I'm a hater. I get it. All right, hold on. Let me just see if I can do this. How the hell do I do this? Nah, I ain't gonna report this dude. Let me see. How do you block somebody? I'm gonna put you in timeout. Anyway, back to grown folks' business. So as I was saying, Shannon Sharpe is gone. This news is breaking all over the internet. Somebody said I think Stephen A. Smith just reported this. Let me see. I think Stephen A. Smith is even talking about it. I could be wrong. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all want to see a reunion between Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless? Let me put that in the comment section. Let me actually put that in a. I want to get an opinion from you guys. Let me see. Do you want Skip and Stephen A. Smith back? Let me see. Let me see what people think. I'm curious to see what people think. Let me see what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about that. You guys can vote on the poll. Vote on the poll and let me know. Do you think that Skip and Stephen A. Smith should try to find a way to come back together? Damn, the first thing that went out was no. Let me see what people are saying on this poll. Let me just see what people are saying. 50% said no. 54% are saying no. 50. Yeah, most people. I think most people are going to say no. Most people are saying no. Let me ask y'all a question. What about Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo? What about Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo? Somebody said no. What about Mad Dog Russo and JJ Redick? So basically, everybody's saying no. Everybody's saying no. I feel like Skip and Stephen A. would be a train wreck, but it could be really good television. So basically, it looks like people are just tired of this debate format. And I think what's going to happen next is that maybe the debate format is going to go out of style. I think that's what's coming next. If I'm Shannon Sharpe, if I'm smart, there's no way I'm going back to TV with all this money that these guys are making off TV. There's no way. There's no way. If Tucker Carlson could get an offer from Patrick Bet-David for $100 million, and if he went to Twitter, he's probably going to get more, then you got to look at who you are, look at where you're coming from, and you got to be figure you're worth something. You got to figure you're worth something. But to go back to TV, the only reason I can see Shannon Sharpe going back to TV is probably for the security, maybe for the job security. But I don't know. I don't know. So that's the news, guys. Shannon Sharpe is gone. No more Uncle Shay Shay. No more Skip and Shannon Sharpe. No more Shannon Sharpe defending LeBron. No more of those topics. That's over with. That's over with. But to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if that show gets canceled. I wouldn't be surprised because Skip is getting up there too. Skip is getting old too, man. Skip is getting old too. Somebody says JJ is no match for Mad Dog. Probably true. Skip is getting up there too. And maybe the show may just want a total revamp. You never know. But Skip is also getting up there too. You know, so no one really knows. It may get canceled. Who knows? But if it gets canceled, you got to fill in that void. You know, you really got to fill in that void. But this is some pretty big news. So I guess we have to wait and see. But most likely we're going to get a replacement. Shannon Sharpe's to go to Steve Harvey route. I'm not sure what the Steve Harvey route is. I haven't really followed Steve Harvey's career that closely to tell you. I'm not really sure what Steve Harvey did. But yeah, that's the news, man. So it's over. No more Mountain Dew. No more Mountain Dew. I wonder if Skip Bayless is going to pay off all of those bets. But I think that show is going to lose a lot by Shannon Sharpe leaving. I 100% believe it. Because he brought a lot to that show. He brought the energy. He brought for damn sure, he brought the humor. He brought the humor. He brought the passion. And because of the way the show is structured, they have maybe 4 or 5 topics that they debate all the time. Tom Brady, Cowboys, Lakers, LeBron James. They may sprinkle in some other topics, but that's generally what that show is about. You're gonna need to go out there to get a counterbalance to Skip Bayless. And then if you're gonna get a counterbalance, who are you gonna find that authentically disagrees with Skip Bayless? Legitimately disagrees with him. You know, so that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be very, very hard to find someone. This sounds like Skip will forever be live on the web. Yeah, for sure. So this, I think Skip needs to go. ASAP. Skip is disrespectful. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So that's the word, guys. You heard the story. We'll be covering it more throughout the week, but you heard the story. So once again, man, thank you guys for being a part of this live. All 4,500 of you. I hope that's fake. I don't want to believe that 4,000 people are actually in here right now. I don't want to believe that's real because that's a lot of damn people. So for those of you guys watching, appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love and thank you guys for watching. Somebody said you suck. Okay, bro, I got it. I suck. You came in here just to tell me I suck. I get it. I get it. I don't want no problems with you, bro. It's all good. Thank you guys for being a part of this live. Y'all have a good one.